Welcome to my channel, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the 5 top traits of a desirable woman. And listen, ladies, we're not just talking about the outer appearance. We're talking about the inner. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first trait of a desirable woman is a woman that is comfortable in her own skin. Okay, what does this mean? So that means that a woman that doesn't care if she has makeup on or not. Because regardless of the fact if she has makeup on or not, she knows she's beautiful beyond measure, okay? She knows that if she goes out and she gets dressed up and she put on her makeup and her heels, she's like boom, 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 she's fire. And she also knows that if she's dressed down and her hair in a bun, she's also beautiful as well. She does not allow society or social media to dictate who she is or how beautiful she should be. She's confident in her own skin. So listen, that's a trait of a desirable woman. And okay guys, so the second trait of a desirable woman is proper language. Okay, so what does that mean? That doesn't mean about cussing and all that stuff, because that plays a part too. But what I'm really talking about is negative self-talk. What you tell yourself is what you become. I tell all my friends and my coworkers all the time, when you tell yourself that you're stupid, you're gonna be stupid. If you tell yourself that you're smart, you're gonna be smart. It's like the body and the mind feeds on what you tell yourself. So remember, like, sometimes look yourself in the mirror, even if you feel you're worse, and be like, you know what? I'm beautiful and wonderfully made. I'm smart beyond measure. I got it. You know, because a lot of times we tell ourselves stuff that's negative because we made a slight mistake. Like if we make a small mistake, let's say for example, right? We're writing something and we wrote the wrong word, or we're holding some bags and something fell on the floor outside, and you know, we got coronavirus. We're like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. It's like, yo, no. This is exactly what I tell myself. And this is what you should try. You know what? It's okay. Blank. I'll take my name. It's okay, Almasi. You make mistakes. You're human. It's okay. Like, we're not perfect people. And I feel like we live in a society where like people think you're supposed to be perfect and that you're not supposed to make mistakes. But we're in a world and a day and age where things just happen. And if you just beat yourself up really, really badly, you'll never be able to grow. Okay, so the third trait of a desirable woman is someone that takes accountability for their own actions. Because when you take accountability for your own actions, you're standing up and saying, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm wrong. It's okay to be wrong. You know, we live in a society where it's like you can never be wrong. You gotta always be right. You can't always be right. And you know, that leaves room to be teachable. Because then if you learn from your mistakes, you can know what to do better next time. And you can actually teach somebody else. So, you know, like when you take accountability too, you also stand up as a leader. A lot of you guys want to have your own businesses. A lot of you guys want to run corporations, teachers, etc. But the thing is, if you want to do that, you got to take accountability. Because if you can't take ownership for yourself, then let's say if you have your own corporation, you can't take ownership for your team. Because trust me, when you have your own business, it's like everything is on your shoulders because you are the leader. They're not going to look at your assistant. They're not going to look at your makeup artist and say, you know what, they failed. They're going to say you failed because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. And you have to be okay with that and say, you know what, I know what to do better next time. You know, and that's the beauty of it. I actually like making mistakes because it helps me to grow. And trust me, it'll help you to grow too. Okay, so the fourth trait of a desirable woman is someone that does not chase people. Listen, when you are a desirable woman, you know that you're the chase. So regardless if it's a friend, regardless if it's a boyfriend, whoever, you're not running behind people. You're not trying to be calling nobody to chill with you or do nothing with you, because you know what? You're the prize. Like, you know that your life is so busy. You have work, you have school, you have business that you're working on. So you're not worried about getting people to be in your circle. People are trying to be in your circle. They trying to be around you. And listen, like a desirable woman know that taking time to chase people takes time out their day to do what they have to do. Because that's what happens. Especially when you're chasing a man. It's like you're running behind him. You try and play a cat and mouse thing. But then you end up realizing that your business is falling. You know, your health is declining. You're feeling sad. You're crying at night. It's just like, no. Ain't nobody got time for that. You got to understand that you are the prize. And when you start to see that, then you're like wrapped up in this box and everybody's running to catch you. But guess what? It's locked down and you allow who you want to get in there. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so the fifth trait of a desirable woman is a woman that does not attention seek. Okay, what does this mean? It's a woman that does not depend on outer opinions to define who she is. So this is how it works. If you post a picture online, if you post a video, your content, anything that you do, and you're depending on people to like your photo, to share your stuff, and to boost your self-esteem, that's not desirable. What you need to do is understand that you are beautiful beyond measure. You are talented. You are great without the approval of others. But the thing is, in this society, it's like we depend on those double taps. It's like, okay, if I get 100 likes, if I get 100 shares, I'm popping. But it's like if I only get like 1 or 2 likes, the photo wasn't good. The content is not great. Like, you're phenomenal. Like, it was just one thing that Gary Vee said. He's like one of my favorite motivational speakers, like one of them. He said, you know what, for the first 2 or 3 years, no one really cares about what you do. But when you consistently do something for 2 or 3 years and people see that you're actually working towards something, then like, you know what? That's somebody I want to support. It's like, think about it this way, and I'm going to leave it at that. When a party gets hot, right? That's when people come to the party. No one comes to the party at 11 or 12 o'clock when it's free. So you got to understand that, listen, like, in the beginning, it's going to be a little dead. But when the fireworks start up, just know that you've been there since day one. Okay, so as you can see, these are the 5 traits of being a desirable woman. A woman that's authentic, a woman that takes accountability for her own actions. You know, a woman that does not chase people. Like a woman that does not allow like the opinions or the likes of other people to define her. And what does this mean? This means that you know that who you are as an individual and you allow that to resonate inside of you and allow that to flourish. You do not allow the opinions of other people to become the scope of your mind and how you navigate yourself on an everyday basis. That's exactly what you don't need, okay? So remember, next week, we are going to talk about something fresh and new. We're going to talk about how to love yourself as a dark-skinned woman. Yes, how to love yourself as a dark-skinned woman. I feel that it's very imperative, especially for my darker-skinned woman, that, you know, in this day and age with this highly over-sexualized society and this, you know, overly glorifying phenotypical features, I'm gonna dive deep into that and give you some great encouragement, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. You guys are phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. And do not let nobody tell you different, okay? You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. And that's scripture, okay? So remember to love, live life, and be happy. And I'll see you guys next week. Deuces.